Well, good evening once again. I'm reading an interesting book. It's a historical biography, and it's called The Barbarous Years, the peopling of British North America from 1600 to 1750. It's a most interesting book by Bernard Bailyn. I particularly like the first section, which talked about the Native Americans and their differences between the North and the South. And the second thing I liked about it is a clear definition of the differences in the different colonies and what was important to them and how they emerged and where their philosophies emerged. It's a wonderful book to read and well worth it. It is called The Barbarous Years, and I strongly recommend it. Well, today's aphorism is one that goes to my heart, okay? It is strike the midnight bell at noon. Strike the midnight bell at noon. I tend to be a contrarian relative to aphorisms, and this is one indeed. Come on, do something different. Challenge the status quo. Reach out. Try something different. Look the way you can search for deeper meaning and interest perspectives. Just strike the midnight bell at noon. That is what life is all about. Take the risk. See what happens. Search the deeper meaning, not by delving into the current trend, but by starting a new trend. Strike the midnight bell at noon. And no one knows but you. You are making a loud statement of challenge, but no one but you will know what you're doing. Strike the midnight bell at noon. There is irony in this Zen saying. Zen is full of ironies. Only you know. No one can tell the difference but you. You get to smile, knowing that you have broken the mold. Find something to mix up the status quo that only you know about. Look for things like that, because then you can change the status quo without anyone knowing it. Perhaps it is just jesting with life, the humor of taking a huge risk that on the surface of it is no risk at all, but to you it is a huge challenge. The bell sounds the same, but it is totally different. This is why you must be able to thumb your nose at the universe without the universe even knowing it. What a grand idea that gives us strength and knowledge with a smile on our face. Strike the midnight bell at noon. Well, that's my aphorism for today. And I have a most interesting quote from Oscar Wilde today. And I will do my best to get it across to you. I may not agree with you, but I will defend to the death your right to make an ass of yourself. I may not agree with you, but I will defend to the death your right to make an ass of yourself. What a marvelous quote from a marvelous man, Oscar Wilde. Well, I hope that you have the ability to strike the midnight bell at noon and laugh about what goes on in the universe as you do it. Good evening.